Achieving dreams and getting it big is not easy for many. But if you will read the book Success Factors written by a deaf author, even the people with disability can do great accomplishments. On this video we will be discussing the top 5 steps used by the greatest people to overcome disability and achieve their dreams from the book Success Factors written by Grace Del Barrio. Step 1. Know thyself. The first step in achieving a successful life is to know yourself. Having an assessment of your strengths and weaknesses will give you a clear picture of your ability and capacity to be a winner, while at the same time see your weak points in which you can develop over time to your advantage. Many people who have come to age only to realize that they have not known themselves fully. It is not uncommon to have people suffer from so-called midlife crises, which have been a feature in many health and psychology researches and articles. Erik Erikson on his theory of psychosocial development has explained that a healthy person will have to accomplish every stage of his life to be fulfilled. According to him, the personality of a person is determined by the stages of life that must be passed through and overcome the specific psychosocial crises with the stage of life, which turn either positive or negative. Success to overcome certain stage crises in life will result in a healthy personality, while a failure at different stages of life will result in an unhealthy personality. Step 2. Inspire people to achieve. You cannot give what you don't have. That is the rule of the thumb. And I will add that you cannot have what you don't give. It is the philosophy of many business tycoons. It is no secret that Bill Gates of Microsoft gave half of his money for poverty alleviation and health research. After his donation for charity, he plummeted on the list of world's richest men on the planet. But that is only temporary, because until now he keeps on bouncing back to be the richest man every after year. He just keeps on gaining money because he keeps on giving back. It is a cyclical pattern that keeps on going because of his generosity. Likewise, if you want to be an achiever, it is important to help people to achieve. It sounds outrageous and unbelievable and may not seem so practical at first. Yes, and it is counterintuitive. But helping others to achieve is in itself an achievement. These people will look upon you and respect you. They will someday and somehow will share this success with you, which in turn boosts your success. Imagine if you have inspired 5 people to be an achiever. Then without an effort, there will be 5 people who will support and help you to achieve another height of success. Of course, this doesn't have to be scratch my back and I will scratch yours. No. I am just saying that if you want to be successful, then be willing to share your success with other people too. Achievements we acquired are useless unless it benefits not only for ourselves but for others also. Many highly successful people are still miserable. They are either alcoholic, drug user, depressed, or lonely. They feel detached to others and with themselves. They can't see meaning in their life. Sound counterintuitive, but the greatest accomplishment that we can have is by being of service to others and making our society better. If you're skeptical, then you can study the life of happy, successful people. Having a Hall of Fame award to a specific sport is a dream every great athlete wants. But then it is of no benefit to others. If it doesn't benefit other people, then it is not a genuine accomplishment. The happiness that we're getting from the accolades and recognition is just superficial, and the elated feeling will soon decline as time goes by. And then the question that comes up is, how can I be genuinely fulfilled and successful in the future? Step 3. View yourself positively. The way we view ourselves affects our achievements and accomplishments in the future. It defines who we will be in the future to come. Negative thoughts usually pass by in our subconscious mind unfiltered. Nurturing negative thoughts against yourself is more damaging than you ever know. It is said that we are the biggest critique of ourselves. We hamper our potential successes and achievements through self-sabotage. How can we expect others to believe and appreciate us if we are the first to be very critical with ourselves? Self-love is the most appropriate term to combat our self-critical attitude. So, how do we go about it? First, change your mindset. Turn the knob of mind into success mode, into a confident manner, into accomplishment orientation. As the Bible has said, believe and you shall receive. The Bible has told us the importance of belief and faith. Remember the sentence, "Faith can move mountains." It has been written on scriptures 1,000 years ago, and the teaching it imparts is timeless. Wisdom is already in place even before the invention of the printing machine. It is shouting at us, "Hey, listen, if you want to be successful, then have faith. Without faith and belief, you will remain failure and nothing will progress." Faith and belief are what it takes to be an achiever and successful. These are some of the ingredients of a positive self-image. Dr. Joyce Brothers has nailed it when she said that positive self-image is one of the requisites for success. If one has a good self-image, then everything follows, and success is just like a magnet that keeps on attracting whatever one does. Step 4. Create an indomitable will. Mahatma Gandhi was a famous revolutionary who topples the British Empire in India by peaceful disobedience. He was a frail old man who has down-to-earth attitude and is compassionate to the people. He has no arms to use against the mighty imperialist and was even against harming every living thing. Mahatma value and respect every human life and opted for non-violence protest. He may be weak physically but very strong in his will. Very strong in his faith and belief that through his civil disobedience or boycott call for the Indian liberty he was supported by his people and heard by the British Empire. He was very successful in his aim of liberating the Indian people through non-violence action. He made a point, and everyone followed him because he believed in himself and has faith in his activism. When his people ascertained the strong man inside him, everybody followed and supported him. Alexander Graham Bell was made famous through his telephone invention. He came from a long line of inventors in the family. His family has been focused on inventing systems of communication. This circumstance plus the fact that Alexander was married to a deaf-mute woman have triggered his interest to develop a device for communication. Aside from being an inventor, he is also a special education teacher who handles the deaf-mute class. Coming to the United States from the United Kingdom, he focused himself on the idea of electricity creating sound, until he successfully invented the telephone. It is this invention that made him very famous and rich. But what made him victorious is his perseverance applied to a practical end. He tirelessly works from night until the wee hour of the morning. These are just few people who have a bold attitude that defy any limiting beliefs. As Mahatma Gandhi nailed it, strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. Everybody can cultivate their indomitable will. The determination will create an action that will dominate all those fears that you have. They will be like leaves rushing on the stream and swayed by the forceful current of the water. Step 5. Seize the opportunity. Albert Schweitzer had made a good living through music. But he always felt that he will be happier if he could serve the poorest of the poor. The comfort of his career did not weaken his spirit of service to the people. Knowing that time is passing by and will never come back, he seized the opportunity to study medicine when it was presented to him by a friend. Later he decided to study medicine to further help humanity. His idealism brought him to Gabon, an African country where hospitals and doctors are rare incidences. With his wife, he is giving free medical service to the people, while at the same time raising money and encouraging people to help and serve humanity. For his undying passion to help people, he was awarded a Nobel Peace Prize in 1952. Beatrice Spiro was born from a very poor family in Uganda. Her family was one of the recipients of Goat from Heifer International, a charitable organization helping the poorest communities. Her family maximized this opportunity to live out of poverty. The milk products from this goat were able to send Beatrice to school. She seized the opportunity of studying and was successful in her study. The story of her family was appreciated by Heifer and decided to bring Beatrice to the United States to share her story and encourage people to support their project in helping poor communities. She was able to get a bachelor's degree through scholarships. She now works as an outreach coordinator and continues to inspire people to live out of poverty. Looking from outside perspective, Heifer International had made a big impact with Beatrice's family, and truly it does. What made the project successful for their family lies not only from the gift that was given by the foundation but the success trait by the family, especially of Beatrice. They were able to seize the opportunity given to them and maximize the benefit of the goat. They nourished the goat enough to produce enough milk for their family and to sell to their community. Without the winning attitude from this family, any gift they will receive may have not much impact on their lives, and this effort by the foundation will be just in vain. But they have the winning attitude, this is to seize the opportunity, and make good of their resources,